Hi guys, welcome to Naresh IT. This is Sudhakar. And in the last video session, we discussed about a transaction control language. Okay, so now in the two commands we discussed like a commit and a rollback. Yesterday we given some examples on commit and rollback. Okay, so let us see once what it has happened. It will be once we check out. So in the last session, last video session, what we discussed here. Okay, commit is nothing but the transaction will be permanent. So whenever you want to make the permanent, your transaction should be permanent by explicitly, then you can use commit statement. But when you didn't write commit statement, what it has happened? You can, that means user has a chance again explicitly I can roll back my transaction, and rollback is nothing but I said to you to cancel your operation which was performed on a table. Okay. So now here in this commit and rollback transaction keywords, okay, what is the problem here? Okay. So now we will see here, so what we last video session what we discussed here, and now see that. So transaction we discuss like begin transaction, commit. Okay. So after commit we discuss rollback. So rollback means what I said in the last what we said, to cancel a transaction. Okay, whenever you want to cancel a transaction, then I can use this rollback keyword. So rollback keyword is a similar to undo operation in your documents. Okay, so in your text file also, if you see the text file, okay, so when you go to your edit option, then you can see we have some option was there, that is which option here, undo option was there. So undo option how we are using in the documentation part to go to your previous position of okay file, then we will go to same your rollback transaction keyword is also we are using to same purpose to go to my previous position of the table, otherwise my previous position of the condition, yes or no. So that we called undo. Okay, so but here by using this commit and rollback, these two commands, okay, once I can use. Okay, so now we will go to check one example I will show you on commit and rollback with the multiple statements. Okay, so in last video session I was show you just a single line statement, that means only single queries we written under your transaction. Okay, so and later that statement whenever you want to require you committed, otherwise rollback, that was happened in the last video session. But now in the same to same I will take my transaction now. Okay, so before that I just call yesterday whatever the table was, we created one sample table I created yesterday. Okay, the table I want to check now, select a star from, so my table is branch, and now I will go to execute this. Now see there is no data as of now in the table. Okay, so that means what I want to do, I am going to inserting some records into this table. Okay, so by explicitly that means by using graphical user, okay, graphical environment, I am inserting some records. So whenever you want to insert the records in graphical manner, then you just come out and to go for your table, in which table your data will be inserted. In that table you just insert and select, before that select your table and click on editor top 200 rows. So once I click on edit top 200 rows, it will be open your table. So now it was opening now, and later on I will be go to insert some records now. So now I am going to insert it here one by one record, I will insert it into my table. Let us see this. So 1021, and I will take some branch, SBI branch, and location was, for example, I want to take here HYD. In the same to same 1022, the branch was HDFC branch and it was located, for example, Mumbai. 1023, the ICICI, okay, branch, it was located for example Chennai. And finally 1024, and I will take for example Punjab National Bank. And finally 105, okay, 1025, then it is called a Bank of India. And now I am going to take here Delhi. Okay, so these are some records I inserted into my branch. Okay, and later I will execute it. But whatever you inserted the data into table, this data is permanently inserted, because you know by default your DML operations are auto commit operations that we discussed in the last video session. Okay, so now after that, after inserting the data, then I just call. So now you can see your table information was displayed here like. Okay, so after displayed like this here, then what I want to do on this table data, now I am going to perform one transaction. So this time I will take one sample query in my transaction. So what is that means? So I will write so yesterday I said to you, okay, in the last session I said to you, okay, when I want to go my commit rollback transactions if you want to use on your table data as well as operations, then you can go for begin transaction keyword. Okay, so now I just go to begin transaction keyword is must and should be right, because begin transaction keyword, it will represent to start your transaction. Okay, and later I am going to write in here. So one command was delete, so branch where, so whatever the branch code is there, for example 1021. So 1021, the record I am going to delete it from my branch table actually. Okay, so like this I will take one more multiple statements I am writing now. So again same branch where, so B code is equals to 1023. In the same pattern, okay, I will go for the next one. Okay, so now I will go one more statement I am going to write in here. Okay, so that what delete from branch where B code is equals to 1025. So that means in this transaction I was written 3 statements I written, but only delete operation only I used here. Okay, you can use multiple operations also like insert, update, delete. These 3 operations at a time you can write in the transaction, there is no problem. Okay, so later what it is happen, so after that I didn't committed this transaction. Okay, so and here you can see my table data 21, 22, 3, 4 and 5, the records are there, and now I am going to execute this transaction now. So once I executed this transaction, then you can see the 3 statements I was written. So each statement was executed. So it will showing one row, one row, one row is affected. Okay. So that means 3 rows are we deleted from your table. Okay. But here whatever I was deleted, the data from the table, this is temporarily performed. Why? Because in this transaction, whatever the delete operations I return, so these are not committed. Yes or no? Yes. So these are not committed means what it is happened, okay, then the user again he have a chance. So he has a chance to roll back your deleted data. But before I want to roll back, first of all I want to check here. So whatever the 3 records are deleted from my table, that I want to check first of all. So that's why I am going to your table. The table name is, okay, branch. So now what I want to do, I am going to select this one and to execute now. Then you can see your 1021, 1023, 1025. So the 3 records are deleted from your table successfully. Okay. So later after deleted this data, what I said, this data will storing under your buffer memory. So because it is not a permanent, yes or no? So that's why temporarily this data was storing under buffer location. So by this reason what it is happened, once I have a chance to roll back, then I can roll back this data from buffer memory to table. Okay. So now here the 3 statements I deleted, that's okay. But later on if I want to use my begin transaction, okay, I am using begin transaction and rollback keyword. I am using rollback keyword, then what it is happened here, then you can check. Once I was rollback, then you can see that your whatever the records are you deleted from your table, those records again restored. So that means 21, 23, 25 again roll back into your table. Okay, that was happened. So this is what it is here. Okay, the rollback, okay, operation we will discuss in the last video like this. But here one point should be remembered, within the transaction, that means begin transaction keyword, I was written 3 statements I written. Okay, so 3 statements I executed, 3 records are deleted, but those statements I didn't committed in the transaction. So that's why what it has happened, user is rollback. But when user is rollback, what it has happened in the transaction, how many statements I return, that all statements are cancelled, that all statements are cancelled. So all statements are cancelled, again you will get your previous position of the table. Okay, so that means 21, 23, 25 again restored. So this is what it has happened when you are using multiple statement within the transaction. For example, in the same pattern, okay, if I was given here commit, for example I was given here commit. Once I given commit here, then what it has happened, along with your commit statement, if I want to execute the transaction, okay, then what it has happened, the 3 operations, that means a delete 1, delete 2, delete 3, the 3 delete statements whatever I return in the transaction, these all statements are permanently executed on the table. So once it was permanent means what it has happened, whatever the data is deleted from table and storing in the buffer, from the buffer location also it was permanently deleted. So that's why what it has happened, I cannot roll back. That we discuss in commit statement. So, if I give and committed, 3 statements are permanently executed. If I didn't give commit, if I use rollback, 3 statements are rollbacked. So, here what it is happen, either all statements within the transactions or within the transaction is executed permanently, otherwise none of the statement can be rolled back. Yes or no? So, either all are executed or none of the statements are executed. So, as per this scenario, what is the problem here? For example, I want to roll back a specific point record. That means 1023 record I want to roll back. So, I will delete a 21, 23, 25, multiple records I deleted, but I want to roll back a specific record into table. Okay, at this moment if you use commit and rollback, it is not happen, because I show you, if I use commit, all are committed, if I use rollback, all are rollback. Yes or no? So, at this point of time, what I want to need, the specific record are you going to roll back, the specific value are you going to roll back into your table after deletion. Then what I want to do, for the specific record, that is which record or which value do you want to conditionally cancel. Okay, cancel means roll back. That record you have to store a temporary memory. So, here 1023, after deleted this all records, but I want to roll back only 1023. So, which record do you want to roll back? That a record information you can store under a particular memory. For that memory creation, that means after particular temporary memory, I am going to create it by using what now? Save point. So, my next operation, what is that? Save point. So, now save point, for basically reason what it is means, save point we are going to use it. It is used to create, it is used to create a temporary memory. Okay. So, temporary memory is created. So, it is used to create a temporary memory for storing or for storing the values, for storing the values which we want to conditionally cancelled. So, which you wanted conditionally, okay, conditionally cancel, that values I can store in a separate memory. That separate memory we are going to creating by using save point. So, when you are creating a pointer with the help of save point command, then what it is happen, it will allocating some memory. In that temporary memory, I am storing the value which I want to cancel. That is nothing but, cancellation is nothing but what now? Roll back. So, I want to roll back. So, for that purpose this save point is required. So, that is why I am saying here save point, okay, what I said here, once again I repeated now to carefully observe. So, save point is nothing but what we discuss here, it is used, this point or this command is used to create a temporary memory for store the values which we want to conditionally cancelled. Okay, for that purpose I am going to storing this memory. Okay, after that, once you have to create this memory, okay, then what is happening, if you want to create a save pointer, the pointer purpose some memory will allocated. So, in that pointer memory, in the pointer temporary memory, which value do you want to cancel, that first of all store it. So, once I stored in that memory location, then user later on whenever he want to roll back that record, he can roll back it. Okay. So, that is advantage of what now? Save point. But how to create my save point means you should be follow a small syntax now. What is my syntax here? Okay, the syntax is same, begin transaction, this is must and should. So, we can use here begin transaction, and later you want to write your statements, and after writing statement, then you can go to create your save point. So, now I can say save point transaction pointer name, I want to send here, okay, pointer name. After this pointer, then again you can write your statement. So, write the statement or statements which we cancelled, Okay. So, this is what the syntax of your save point. Okay. So, later what it has happened, you can see now what I am doing here, I am going to take the syntax to perform the operation what I want it now. So now what I am doing here, I am going to write here, so 2 1 and 2 5, these are I am going to writing in one part, and in this transaction I will create it, in this transaction I will create it here. Okay, so what is that? Save transaction. So here my syntax, not save your pointer we already created now, so pointer name already given, so this is my save transaction and pointer name. So save transaction, pointer name for example, so S1 I was given. After I was given S1 pointer here, now careful observe, in S1 pointer which value do you want to conditionally cancel, that value you can put it. Okay, so that means in this transaction what I did here, 1021 1025 I am deleting, along with 2125 23 also deleted, but 2125 will be storing into part 1 memory in your buffer, and 23 purpose I create a separate pointer. So S1 is a pointer I created, so in this S1 pointer the 1023 will be stored, it is a separate pointer memory. So in that it will be separate to be stored. So once we store like this here, now entire transaction I am going to execute it now. So what has happened, same to same, the 3 statements, 3 queries are executed, and it was showing 3 rows are affected. Okay, so after affected here, then you can see whether my data was deleted from my table or not. I just come out and to execute now. So here once I was executed here, what has happened, your 21, 23 and 25. These 3 records are deleted from your table as usual. But later on what it has happened, okay, after deleted my records like this here, okay, then next one, now the user has a chance. What is now a chance means, now I want to roll back a specific record which I wanted. Now which I wanted here, 1023 I want it. Yes or no? So 1023 I wanted to cancel this record, and that means this 1023 operation should be I want to cancel. But if I want to cancel only this 1023 statement, but not 21 but not 25. So that means this statement value are you storing under which pointer here? S1 pointer now. So that means now can I go like this here? The rollback begin transaction I want to give S1 pointer. So begin transaction rollback S1 pointer. For example, if I given like this to execute it now, okay, so it near syntax was error because I want to take a transaction keyword and rollback transaction S1 pointer to execute. Command was completed successful. So once command was completed successful, then you can see what you expected now. So S1 pointer which value was there, that value only cancelled. Cancel means roll back into table. Now you can see 1023 only. I am getting only 1023, but not 21, but not 25. Yes or no? So this is what now when you want to go the specific values, do you want to roll back as per your conditionally, then those values I can store into separate memory. For the separate memory I created by the help of save point. By the help of save point I am creating one pointer. In that pointer I am going to storing my values. Not only one value, you can store number of values in a pointer memory. Yes or no? And later that pointer you just roll back. So now what I did here, I done rollback transaction. Which transaction I roll back here? S1 pointer rollback. So in S1 pointer what I was written the statements here, what I was written here. So S1 pointer transaction, in S1 pointer transaction what I written, delete from branch where B code is equals to 1023. So that record you will successfully cancel and roll back into your table. Okay, this is what now S1. But even though if I need 1021, 1025, this is still having in buffer memory. Yes or no? Because those records are not committed now. So that's what it is happened. The 2125 is also having in my buffer. So if it was okay, in place of this, okay, in place of this, again I am writing like this here, begin transaction, okay, begin transaction. I want to use, okay, simple rollback. If I am using simple rollback, what has happened? The remaining 2 values, whatever it is there in buffer, not in pointer memory, it was having in buffer. So from that buffer, it will be restored into your table. So again, you can see that all 2125 is also rolled back into your table. Okay, so this is what it is happen. The what is the need means the save pointer requirements is what now, which statement or which value do you want to roll back. Okay, based on the conditional part, then you can use this save point. So once I use save point, it will allocate a memory. In this memory, in this pointer memory, I can store values which I want to cancel or which I want to roll back. This is the advantage of your save point. Okay, and finally what I am saying here, save point is just a temporary memory for storing the values which we want to conditionally cancel. The cancel is nothing but, again don't confuse here, cancel is nothing but what it is here, rollback only, which you want to roll back, that is called a cancellation, yes or no. So for that purpose I need this save point keyword. Okay, so this is save point, okay, the working nature, how to use in your transactions. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video.